Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today, just a little walkthrough of how I get into one of my favourite bunkers. So, we're down in AO, which is down in the southeast of the island. And the reason I like this bunker is because it has two World War II bunkers inside of it. Now, they're relatively easy to get into without being spotted. If you're a new player and you've never come across a bunker before like this, they'll have mechs patrolling inside, which you will see in a second. But what we'll do is we'll use the bushes for cover. So as long as you're inside a bush, you're not going to get spotted by them. So there's one there, it's just coming up now. From here, we'll just watch their patrol pattern. As you can see, one come up to there on the left and then walk back down to the main entrance. And the one on the right's just turned back round as well. So, again, we've got this big bush in front of us, as well as sitting in here, so we won't get spotted now. Ideally, what we want to do is get down to that big bush there. So again, we'll wait for them to do their patrol pattern again. Should be able to see this one walk down on the left. I think he's moving now up on the right. There he goes. Right. So, run down here now quickly. And then from here, have a little quick look. You should be able to spot the other one from this bush. There he is. So he's walking away. So, quickly get in here, duck down so the other one doesn't see you. And there you have it. So, with these World War II bunkers, you'll find these all around the island. But generally, you'll find them quite bad conditioned items inside. But with these two, because they're in this Tech 1 bunker area, there's actually relatively good items you can find down here. So, we'll run round and we'll just search through this quickly, see what we can find. Hopefully, some nice vintage weapons. Finding rounds, which is good. Because again, they're going to be in good condition. So when you get up to here, just crouch down because Mr. Mech outside will see you if you're stood up. I mean, if you feel uncomfortable still, or if you don't get stuck, you can lay down as well in here. There's only two crates, so one just here, and then there's another long one just on the right. Getting some more rounds, which is lovely. So we'll take them, and then we'll head back out of here. As you can see, the other World War II bunker's just there. But we're not going to run straight across here. There's a much easier and safer way of doing it. We'll get out of here without being spotted. So now from here, just wait a second because they're both patrolling. The other one's coming down towards us as well. So the other one up there should turn around. Yep. And then from here, we just sprint off outside of the fenced area. So as long as you're outside these fenced areas, no matter where you are outside, as long as you're not aggro in the mechs, they won't react to you. So you can run around. And this will be the easier way. I'm just going to take some clothes off quickly because I'm sweating. Let's get rid of these as well. Right, let's carry on. So, as you can see, mechs will spot you, obviously, if you're just inside that fence area, and they'll start shooting. But as you can see, I can stand right here, and they won't react to me. As you can see, the lights on top of his head are white, which means that they're not reacting to anything. But if we go inside the fenced area like this, say we ran in, we're looting this up quickly. Okay. Get out. Oh, okay, that didn't work. Okay, it didn't work. Sorry. Alright, listen to everything I say. It does work. I did cover it in my last tips video. So yeah. Usually, when they say freeze, if you stop quick enough, which obviously I didn't, I kept running, they'll tell you to put your hands up. If you put your hands up, they'll give you some time to leave through the fence out of the area, and then you won't get shot. But obviously, silly me carried on running, and I got shot at. So back to our previous point. As you can see now, the lights on top of his head have gone orange or amber. This signifies that he's obviously been aggroed by something, and there's something around the area. Now, it will go back to white eventually. If they're bright red, it means that they're actively searching for something. So, if you come up to one of these areas and you look at a mech and you can see it's either amber or red, then you know there's going to be another player either nearby or has been in the area recently. It's a good little tip just to watch out for if you're approaching these areas in a PvP server. So we can run all the way around here and get through this way. Yeah, he's going to turn around, so he will spot you from back here. So we'll just wait a second. This is the only way into this bunker from this side. Let's turn back round. So we'll run it down in here. And we're in our second World War II bunker. Lovely. I will take an M18. Okay, lovely. I do like the vintage World War II weapons in this game. They are probably my favourite weapons to use. But again, we'll just go around, search this bunker, see what we can find. See if we can find any rounds for this rifle we just found as well. A quick shout out and thank you to Masters Ninja. You've helped me out massively with the LSS. I've turned it off now. I didn't realise I still had it on. And yeah, it sorted out all my textures in the bunkers, so I appreciate that. Thank you for the comment. Oh, lovely. MRE, we'll take that. And again, with this side, we're going to want to crouch through here. No, we're going to want to lay down here. Yeah. So, if you're stood up in here, that mech will definitely spot you. But same as last time, there's just 2 crates in here, so we'll search them quickly. And then we'll get out of here. There's a puppet outside somewhere. Wow, should be alright. Don't think we've got any rounds, do we? No. Unfortunately not. Okay. Do have this scope though, so we'll put that on the rifle and that'll save us a bit of inventory space inside our bag. Oh, just don't get stuck when you're trying to escape one of these places, because by the time you get stuck is the time the mech will see you. Now, with this also here, you've got a shipwreck. Now, personally, I've actually never been down into the shipwreck to check it out. But, you know, if you're someone that likes a little treasure hunt, and you like going to all these shipwrecks, then there's one here for you. But also down here, you'll find all these sort of military crates and boxes and everything you can search as well. There's extra loot down there for you. And with every bunker, there's 2 entrances. So over by that radar station where the yellow stairs are, underneath there's a hatch. If you open said hatch, you go down the ladder, you'll enter the, I think it's the second floor, second from bottom floor of the bunker. But we're not going to go through that entrance today. We're going to go through the main entrance. Obviously, we've got a mech that's patrolling the road on the main entrance. And there's puppets around as well. So we'll wait for him to turn around. And then we'll head down here and get into one of these bushes before he turns around. Okay, silly idea of me. Okay, make sure you clear out puppets before you do this. I should have done that before. It was stupid, because now I'm going to get absolutely hounded. Okay. This is dangerous doing this as well, because if you get a beeper, you're not going to be able to see him. And you're probably going to get blown up. So, yeah, don't be stupid like me. Stand outside the fence area, shoot a couple of them, and see what comes running at you. Clear him out that way. Because the mech does react every time you shoot. But luckily for me, because I'm inside a bush, he doesn't actually see me, doesn't see where the shooting's coming from. So, talking to beepers, he must be inside the bunker because he didn't come running. So again, there's another bush here. You get caught out, just jump in there quickly. Or if he's about to turn around, if you haven't got enough time. But generally, you should be able to get to this door pretty quickly. Just double check it. And then get inside. Now you need to shut this door behind you relatively quick. Because that mech will come back down and he will see you. Also, shutting doors behind you, do it every single time. Because if another player comes into the area now and comes down to the bunker, you'll hear them open that door behind you. So again, it's a good little detection thing. For if you're downstairs in one of the other floors and you hear a door like that go off above you, you know there's going to be another player coming down. So usually on my server I have my population quite high, but just for the purpose of this video I've turned it down to vanilla settings, just to give any new players just sort of like a feel of how many puppets you will come across down here. Okay, so the beeper does self-destruct itself. It's usually, I think it's a minute timer from when it starts beeping. So, if you're near one and you don't know where it is, you can always just wait them out. But again, all this stuff's searchable. All down here. Those two crates aren't, but as you get a bit further down, you'll find more and more of these military crates. There's a pair of night vision goggles there. So when you open these doors, just back away. That's why. Generally, you'll find that sometimes there's some right behind the door. If you push in too quick, you'll get slapped. So, again, shut the door behind you. Generally, you don't have to wait for it to close. But you can do, if you wish, just to make sure nothing runs through it as you're running off. RPK mag. Military top. Gas canister. Okay, so offices. These rooms generally just have sort of crafting items, you know, miscellaneous stuff, bobby pins, matches, that sort of thing. So depending on what you're looking for, if you need bobby pins, run into one of them, you'll find them. You'll also find these lockers just randomly placed in these corridors. So you can pick lock these. Sometimes you'll get lucky and find some decent loot. Sometimes you'll just get some basic stuff. Sometimes you'll get nothing at all, but an XPS holographic, which is quite nice. So, pick our weapon back up, make sure we got that. It's a tourniquet in here, lovely. Tourniquet's a great bit to get. Bit of thread as well, we'll take that, take the money, and then we'll move through the next door. So again, just back away from the door, just wait a second. Or, if you're confident enough, check the corners, check the door. So, as you can see, there's a lot of doors, a lot of different ways to go. If you're generally new to the game, you don't know your way around these bunkers, you can get lost. I say lost, generally you'll find your way out, but you know, you can find yourself just mixing yourself up a little bit. But generally, if you are struggling, there is a website. I'll put the link down in the description. It's a Scum interactive map. So it has all these filters. You can filter buildings, resources, you know, crafting items, food, that sort of stuff. And it will tell you where everything is, basically. On the website also, there's links to pictures of layouts of certain POIs and stuff. So every bunker has a certain layout, and you can look that up. So if you wanted to, you could use the layout to find your way around the bunker a bit easier. Now, every bunker also has armories, and in these armories are searchable items that you don't have to unlock, as well as 4 locked lockers. I'm going to pick these quickly and see what we can get. So these sort of like scuffed silver locks that you see now, these are like world locks. These are the easiest locks to unlock in the game. So you shouldn't have any trouble with these, especially if you have a low lockpicking skill. See what we've got then, shall we? The RIS adapters. Go through all these as well. It's not looking like great loot so far in this one. But I mean, if you're just starting out, you could get yourself some decent stuff if you have nothing, you know? I mean, generally you can come down here with a bow and arrow and a spear if you're that confident. And you can take out a couple of them, you know, get into one armory, you might get lucky and find some stuff laying around. Obviously in the offices you'll find bobby pins and you will find screwdrivers laying around. But they are harder to come by in these areas. So if you're going to come down here, just bring some screwdrivers and some lockpicks of some kind with you, even if it's a box of bobby pins. We're not going to head downstairs yet. I think this is the way we just came in, isn't it? Yes. This is the fuel canister. So, silly boy, shut this door again behind us. And then we'll go around this way. So, nothing there. Oh, hello. Yeah, let's go back, shut this door. The other reason we shut doors as well is because there's a spawn timer on puppets in these areas. So if you spend too long down in the bottom levels, sometimes in the top levels, they're going to be puppets respawning. If you leave all the doors open and you make noise, they will come running down. And you'll find yourself pretty quick having 3 or 4 to deal with. So yeah, it's always good just to keep these doors closed, because then each door you're opening, you're only going to have to deal with 1, maybe 2. Bathrooms. I always search bathrooms. You usually find a puppet in here sometimes, yeah. In here, generally, sometimes you'll just find a random piece of loot just laying on the floor. Sometimes it's a bag, raincoat, you know, a magazine like you've just seen. But these cabinets here are good to search. You'll find painkillers, you know, vitamin pills sometimes in them. And again, 2 more offices. All these boxes are searchable. Military crates right there. And we're back to where we started. And we know that because there's a puppet on the floor. So again, if the players come down here after you, you know, they'll see the puppets on the floor and generally they'll be able to tell that someone's been here or someone is here. And same again if you come down, vice versa, you know. So we know we've searched this top level now, so we've gone round in a complete circle. So we'll go back to where the 4 doors are. It's just here. Shut this door behind us again. Okay, and then we'll head downstairs to the next level. So again, all these crates you can search on the way down. And they are relatively quite good to search. You know, you'll find adapters and all sorts. Military clothing, weapons sometimes just laying around. Sit down, boy. But on this level, there's the ladder there. So earlier I was talking about the hatch, the ladder. It's the second entrance. So if you come down the ladder, you'll end up coming down to this level. Let's just just take you out quickly. So in these medical bays, these are really good. Firstly, if you want to go up to the nuclear site, you're going to have to pick lock these. And these are harder to pick lock than what the world locks are. So you will need some sort of lockpicking skill to make it easier for yourself. But generally walk around and search every single thing in these rooms, because you will find... Oh, well, I didn't want to lay down, but we'll do it anyway. Vitamin pills and things like this. Generally they're quite good for medical stuff. So you'll find a lot of like rags and things down here as well. So if you're struggling for rags, you find yourself near one of these rooms, just run in. Sometimes you'll find a couple of rags in here. So there is something specific we are looking for in the medical rooms. And again, it's not in this one, but we will search around. So there's rags, bag, trousers, some miscellaneous stuff, a lead plate, let's go down here quickly. So yeah, with the hatch, this is where you'll come down. But obviously you'll be on the middle floor, essentially. So, I mean, I like to search top to bottom, because then I know where I've been and where I've searched. It makes it a lot easier to track that way. But again, it's personal preference. Do as you wish. Again, search all of these medical rooms, because you will find, oh, like that, good medical stuff. So we'll take all of this. We'll leave the rags, because we've got 2 bundles of rags on us already, so we don't really need to be picking them up. There you go. There's some alcohol and a needle, so we can now disinfect our rags and our wounds. We've also got the needle with a bit of thread we got earlier. We can now make an improvised sewing kit. And this way we can just repair any damaged clothing that we've got. Medium survival skills just gone up as well, which is good. So just crafting little items like that will just increase your stats over time as well. So eventually you'll go from, well, depending on what you've picked, if you've got no survival skill, you'll go to a basic, and then a medium, and then an advanced. So make sure you pick up your items off of the floor. Okay, new players, especially when you're playing this game. When I first started playing, I did it so much. I just left things laying around, because when I picked something up, or, you know, when I crafted something, it doesn't automatically go into your inventory. So you just leave it on the floor by accident and then run off, and then you can't find it. So yeah, little tip, just make sure you're picking stuff up. And this is what we're looking for right here, these medical boxes. So they used to be that you could use a crowbar on them. Just drop this a second. And you could force them open. But they've changed it. So you cannot actually force these open anymore. So it's pretty pointless bringing a crowbar down here unless you're going to use it on the standard lockers. But we'll put this back, because we do have picklocks and stuff on us. And we'll search that in a second. What we're going to do, just search around this room quickly. This is a good room for vitamins and tablets. Antibiotics, like that. Painkillers, you know, all that sort of stuff. Good medical stuff. So, potassium iodide pills. So we use them for when we go to the nuclear site. Let's just pick this quickly. See if we can get it open. So as you can see, these locks are a lot different to the world locks. These are silver locks. So these are the same sort of locks that are on the nuclear stuff, the nuclear lockers as well. So a lot harder to open. It does help if you take your gloves off. So as you can see now, that red marker on my hand's gone. And essentially what that means is it's going to be a bit easier now to pick this lock, because we can feel it better. We can do this. Come on. There we go. Nice. And inside these, what you usually find... Oh, that is a really, really good find. There's a Phoenix Tears and some emergency bandages. Ooh. So Phoenix Tears, these are quite rare, and you can only find them in these boxes, as far as I'm aware. It's the only place I've ever found them. And what these essentially do is, say if you've just been absolutely slapped by a beeper, and you've been hit by, 3 or 4 puppets, and you're on 15% health, and you're just about to die, inject yourself with one of these, and it will recover all of your wounds, and your health will gradually start to build back up. They are a lifesaver, like quite literally a lifesaver. I've only had to use them once, but it got me out of a very sticky jam. So yeah, they're really good. And again, emergency bandage packs, great things to find. Got 5 emergency bandages in there, so another little surgical room to always search. I want some sunnies or some pants, some in here. Again, some iodine pills, take them. Then you can search all of these cabinets. Bee pollen pills, some medical masks and stuff. So let's head downstairs again to another floor, because that's all that's on this floor. It's just the medical rooms and the ladder. Again, more lockers just randomly scattered in these corridors, so just keep an eye out for them. As we head down here, on this floor, you'll find a few more medical rooms, the control room. And again, in the control rooms, similar to the offices, you'll find like miscellaneous stuff, bobby pins, that sort of thing in here. Sometimes you'll find some canteens, bottles of water. But the main thing on this floor, again, is these medical rooms that we've got in here. Again, there's another first aid box there. See if we can get lucky. Ooh. Got very lucky there. There's an emergency bandage pack with 4 in it. Just get rid of the RPK mag for now. I prefer my medical items, especially when we don't own an RPK. And then what you can also do is just join all these bullets up, as long as they're the right type. That will save you some inventory space as well. Move some of this stuff around. That'll give us a bit more room in here. Nice, so again, all these boxes and everything on these shelves are searchable. Let's just try and pick this quickly. See if we get this one open as well. I very much doubt we'll find another set of Phoenix Tears in here. But we'll have a look if I can get it open in the next 10 locks. 9. 8. Oh, come on, where are you? Oh. Wow, come on. I'm gonna get you. Right, left. Come on. Come on. Oh, I got one left. Come on. Oh, and this last one. Woo! Right. Well, just some alcohol, but, again, it's good for disinfecting wounds, disinfecting bandages, so it's a good little find. And at the end of this corridor, well, just before the end of the corridor, there's another armory here. I think I may have missed an armory somewhere. I think there's 4 in this one. I think I've only seen 3 so far. There is another one around somewhere, but I mean, if you're here, I'll let you search around for that one. Again, I may be wrong. It's been a while since I've been down to this bunker, to be fair, so if you would like, go and use a Scum interactive map. You can look on the blueprints for this bunker and see how many it's got. See, just like that, in one of these military sites, there's a M82 suppressor, and that's the kill box. I'm going to leave that for another episode. So I hope this has helped some new players out. Just a little walkthrough of a bunker. Again, you can use this on any bunker. If it's helped you, give it a like and a subscribe. Till next time, see ya.